Hey, yo! It's your Can't Drive Without Corrective Lenses Savi. Ever want to live your life 1/4 mile at a time? Do you like the thrill of gunning it at the yellow light? Instead of wasting your own gas and leaving your home, you can feel that need for speed with racing games. If you're looking for something closer to home, but a little boring, Forza and Gran Turismo can fill that itch with its lifelike mechanics and graphics that could basically earn you a license after. Yeah, these games sell well with each selling copies in the millions, yet only one of them even cracks the top 5 best-selling racing games of all time. At number 5 is Gran Turismo 4 with 17.83 million copies sold. At number 4 is Mario Kart 7 with 18.92. At number 3 is Mario Kart DS with 23.60. At number 2 is Mario Kart Wii with 36.60. And now what do you think number 1 is? Might be a surprise, but I'll give you a second. Number 1 is Nickelodeon Kart Racers Grand Prix with 40. Could you fucking imagine? Yeah, you guessed it. It's another Mario Kart game. At number 1, Mario Kart 8 with 43.35 million copies sold. So out of the 5 best-selling racing games of all time, the Mario Kart franchise takes 4 of those spots. So it goes to show you how well made these games are and how much an audience it can reach on any Nintendo console. Since I drive like a grandma, my own personal need for speed is satisfied by Mario Kart games, but Mario Kart 8 in particular, and what's going to be the topic of today's video. Before I begin, consider giving this video a like, a sub, and a comment. Now let's get into the vibe. Let's start with a quick rundown on the Mario Kart franchise itself. Mario Kart started in 1992 on the Super Nintendo or SNES of Super Mario Kart. A total of 8 racers, 4 cups, Mushroom Cup, Flower Cup, Star Cup, Special Cup, and each cup having 5 tracks to race on. This game laid down the core foundation of all Mario Kart games, with the introduction of characters from the Mario series as playable racers, item boxes, tracks, and music inspired by places from the Mario series. Super Mario Kart definitely feels like the first game in the series. Its music is amazing, which is common in Mario Kart games to have. Great looking sprite models, that Mode 7's killer, but man, it's a little boring compared to what other games will do. Like I said, it's definitely the first game in the series. It's credited for inventing the kart racing subgenre. Super Mario Kart walked so other games like Double Dash and 8 could run. Mario Kart 8 has a weird history, not so much in development, but what happened after release. Mario Kart 8 was originally released on May 30th, 2014 for the Nintendo Wii, so off to a bad start. Yes, of course, your boy had a Wii U. It was my very first console I bought with my own money. I used to work at this movie theater part-time and saved up my own money so I could play. Shout out to the homie John, by the way. Then I received Mario Kart 8 as a present for my 19th birthday. Nintendo was doing a promo with the game. If you registered a copy of Mario Kart 8 with Nintendo Club before July 31st, you receive 1 of 10 games for free as a digital download. Naturally, I picked adorable and fantastic and otherworldly Pikmin 3. One notable thing during Mario Kart 8's run on the Wii U was the collab it had with Mercedes-Benz. The game received vehicles inspired by actual Mercedes-Benz cars, and then it received a really weird commercial to promote the collab with live-action versions of Mario, Luigi, and Peach. If you got a second, I definitely recommend checking it out. Unfortunately, due to the console that was released on, Mario Kart 8 was doomed to fail. The Wii U is the worst selling Nintendo console of all time, and no matter how amazing any game was, the Wii U would not allow it to thrive. The Wii U failed for many reasons, but what do you think when you hear the name? Personally, I think of an accessory or an attachment to the original Wii, not a whole different console. Savi, didn't you just say Mario Kart 8 is in the top 5 best-selling racing games of all time? Are you a liar? Yes, it is. Am I a liar? Yeah, mama. I wanted to bring up the Wii U version of this game before I get more in depth about the port. Weird history, like I said. MK8 is the best-selling Wii U game. It sold close to 9 million copies, outselling series like Super Smash Bros., which I have a personal bias for, but that's a topic for another day. The Wii U's lifetime sales only hit 13 million sold, compared to its predecessor, the Wii, with 101 sold, and compared to its successor, the Switch, that recently dethroned the Wii with 103 sold and counting. So that means almost every Wii U owner owned a copy of MK8. So where the fuck did the 43 million copies come from? Okay, so based on how badly the Wii U performed and how good a lot of Wii U games were, naturally we got ports over to basically a better running Wii U that got a way better marketing campaign that thrived off the hopefulness that nothing else will be worse than the Wii U, and we're right with the Nintendo Switch. We got ports of games that originally came out on the Wii U, so Pikmin 3 became Pikmin 3 Deluxe, Super Mario 3D World became Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, Pokken Tournament became Pokken Tournament DX, and many others, but more importantly, Mario Kart 8 became Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So this is where that weird history of MK8 comes in. and getting a second, more successful life on the Switch. It was the best performing game on the Wii U, so it only makes sense that it becomes the best performing Switch game, selling those 43 million copies I mentioned. For someone who owned both versions of MK8, when it came to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, the core mechanics of the game didn't change, but more quality of life updates and smaller additions added to the game. There were new characters added to the game. It fixed battle mode with the matches taking place on a specific arena track instead of the actual racetrack. Trust me, the old way was a freaking nightmare, and my favorite mode, Shine Thief, made a glorious return. The game went from 720p to 1080p. You know that thing where you give your little brother or a cousin a controller but isn't connected to anything so it feels like they're playing? Deluxe introduces smart steering and auto acceleration, basically playing the game for you. Lastly, in my non-expert but expert opinion, Deluxe added the best feature, the ability to wield 2 items at a time during a race. This pushed already the chaotic nature of this game to utter perfection. Now let's get into the most important part of any game and what makes Mario Kart stand out from all of the racing games, and why it sold so many freaking copies. Mario Kart is easy to learn but hard to master. There are going to be 4 selections to choose from once you boot the game: single player, multiplayer, online play, and wireless play. Let's start with something you probably won't ever use, that being wireless play. The name describes it all. A player will host a room for others to join, the host will create the rules, and that's it, nothing crazy. I've honestly never used this mode, and I don't know if anyone does. Maybe some tournaments use it. Now for that good. Single player and multiplayer contain 3 of the same modes: Grand Prix, versus race, and battle. So I'll be grouping these together so I don't repeat myself. Just so you know, multiplayer is you and 3 other friends. Single player is self-explanatory and has a unique mode, that being time trials, where it's literally a race against the clock and how fast you complete a track. Now, whatever mode you pick, you'll have to pick a CC or a speed. 50cc is baby's first Mario Kart. It's the speed you play with your kids or with someone who's never played Mario Kart before. It's learning how to get and sit on a bike. A snail's pace, if you will. 100cc is finally understanding how to pedal and steer in a bike, but only because you have training wheels. 150cc tosses the training wheels and now you cruise around safely. You can ride to the store and back no problem. You learned how to ride a bike. 150cc mirrored is like the name implies. The whole track gets mirrored, so right becomes left, left becomes right. It's you think you knew how to get home from the store and you're totally freaking lost and start panicking. 200cc is riding a bike and you become very confident in your own abilities, so you try to go down a very steep dirt hill, but once you start going down it, you end up panicking because how fucking fast you're going and absolutely just eat shit, and you stick to riding on the sidewalk from now on. It's I hope you learned how to brake as a mode. Personally, I think 150 is the way Arceus intended the game to be played. It's just the right amount of fast, but not too fast where you're eating shit on a hill. I think 200cc is worth it and really fun when you want to show off a little, but it's absolutely chaotic. Okay, so there are several modes in the game, but I'm only going to focus on 2 since it's where the majority of the gameplay comes from. Grand Prix is the first option in single player and multiplayer. Essentially the story mode of the game. You will tackle 12 cups with 4 tracks with the goal to earn a trophy from bronze, silver, and gold. Versus mode is the same idea, except the rules you can set and you can do up to 4 to 48 races of your own choosing at complete random, with or without items, CC speed, only bikes, only karts. Versus is really customizable for whatever your revving heart desires. After you pick a CC, you will then pick a character, cart, wheels, and a paraglider. This is probably the most important / complicated thing, so I'll try to keep it simple and brief. Every character is put into a white class from light, medium to heavy. Surprisingly, Mario Kart is more than just drive and go. As an example, a light character will have a lower speed but faster acceleration. A heavy character will have a slower acceleration and a faster speed. The weight of the character will affect handling, traction, and drifting. I'm not going to list all the weights of the characters. I will leave a link for that, and also a link for the best / worst kart combinations in the description below if you want to learn more. It's something to keep in mind once you pick a character. Next are karts, bikes, wheels, and paragliders. Each part of your vehicle will have an effect on 5 different categories: speed, acceleration, weight, handling, and traction. By pressing the plus or minus button, it will pull up a stat screen that will help gauge if a part will benefit you or not. I personally avoid using bikes because I suck ass with them, and my go-to is Lakitu or Link as a character, Blue Falcon as a kart, or whatever wheels and paragliders I'm in the mood for. Now, in whatever mode, speed, kart, character, auto steer, auto acceleration, with or without items, there's only a few buttons to know. Obviously, the left thumbstick to steer, Y or A to accelerate, B for brake and reverse, ZL or L to honk and use an item, ZR and R for hop and drift, and X to look back at it. Simple enough, right? Obviously, every track is different with its unique road obstacles, jumps, turns, and placement of item boxes. 48 tracks, so it'll take some time to get the feel of all of them. Anti-gravity is the main really creative gimmick of this game. Your car will morph automatically during key points in the track to allow for anti-gravity shenanigans. All tracks are 3 laps except one. Baby Park is probably the smallest track and is 7 laps, which makes it the worst track in the game, but also it's entirely in anti-gravity, so that's kinda cool. The race will always begin with a drone view of the track, then my main man Lakitu will appear with the countdown, and then BAM! You can start living your life 1/4 mile at a time. Now for the shit the game doesn't explain to you. Item boxes is where the game differs from other racing games. These boxes hand you one of 22 items to use. It is random, or so the game wants you to think. If you're in last place, the game will know you suck and help you out by giving you a star or a bullet bill to try to catch up. If you're in first place like I would be, the game will give you coins, bananas, and nothing useful. Anything in between first and last place can vary. Some items to look out for are red shells that automatically lock to the nearest racer. You can place items like bananas and green shells behind you as a shield, just hold Z, L, or L. Now for the biggest threat are blue shells or spiny shells. These bad boys only target first place and create an explosion on impact. It is possible to outmaneuver them, but I'm not even that skilled to do that. Here's a counter item for blue shells with the horn. Once a blue shell is right above you, use the horn and a sound wave will destroy it, but it's luck of the draw if you get this item or not. The rest of the items are easy enough to understand, use them when you can, and practice makes perfect with the green shell. Honestly, this is something the game should be telling us, but for whatever reason doesn't. Coins will be scattered throughout a track. It may seem useless, but pick these up when you can. 1 coin will increase your cart's overall speed, maxing out at 10 coins, so if you need just a little more oomph to win, it'll come in clutch. Getting hit or falling off the track will take away coins, so try and keep 10 coins as much as possible. It's kind of an important feature not to tell us. Also, they unlock more carts, wheels, and paragliders. Throughout this video, you have been seeing me perform turbos. Turbos are your best friend in this game. There are a few different kinds of turbos you can perform. Pressing and holding R during a drift for a certain amount of time, then letting go of the button, you can perform mini turbos, which are blue, super mini turbos that are red, and ultra mini turbos that are pink. It does help that a lot of tracks are very twisty, so drifting will become natural in no time. There are other types of turbos. Trick turbos are performed off ramps by pressing R for a stylish boost. Next are spin boosts that occur during anti-gravity and encourage racers to bump into each other like bumper carts for a boost. Weight does come into factor here, so if you're heavy, you won't be bumped around like a lightweight. Last, and my personal favorite, a starting turbo. At the start of a race, after the number 2 appears during a countdown, press A quickly for an easy head start. Almost feels like you're cheating, so definitely worth it. With that, what are my favorite tracks in the game? I got you covered. Bowser's Castle shows off how creative these tracks can get, with a massive towering on fire stone Bowser punching racers to their death. There's massive swinging balls and lasers as obstacles. It's chaotic fun. Dragon Driftway is where drifting comes into play. It's a dope track that begins with you entering the mouth of a dragon and racing throughout its bodies. It's one of those, damn, that was kinda hard, bro. Electrodome is a fun rhythm track that feels like you're racing along with the music. There's so much going on visually that it's really hard not to enjoy. Some quick honorable mentions: most of the Rainbow Road tracks, Hyrule Castle, Moo Meadows, Sunshine Airport, and Music Park. Now last, my favorite track of all of them is Big Blue. This track puts some fucking hair on your chest, a real ball buster. It's one seamless downhill race. There are no obstacles, but at certain points no railing, so falling is imminent. This track is all about speed and going as fast as humanly possible, just like the game that inspired this track, F-Zero. 200cc on this track makes and breaks a person, an enjoyable nightmare. There are countless other things I can go more into depth, like the online play, but it should be obvious enough. It's online racing with randoms, battle mode and its various modes, but honestly Balloon Battle and Shining Thief are the only modes you should care about. Most of the thrill and the excitement comes from actually racing on tracks, especially with friends, and finding ways to screw someone over for that sweet victory. It's what makes Mario Kart Mario Kart. If you're of age, consider playing Don't Drink and Drive. It's a Mario Kart drinking game where the goal is to finish your beverage before the race ends, so you gotta pull over, take a sip, then drive, or do what I do, chug that bitch at the start of the race and just play catch up. It's really fun. Mario Kart 8 is the most time any of us has had with an MK game. It's been almost 10 years since its initial release on the Wii U in 2014. During the making of this video, we got an announcement that MK8 is getting DLC with 48 more tracks, with the first wave coming on March 18th. So MK8 is not going anywhere anytime soon, so what a perfect time to make a video. This gameplay is utter perfection. Every time I come back and play, I just get this feeling of childlike excitement and pure road rage. I have and always will enjoy this game. It's just too much fun. It's everything a Mario Kart should play like. The music, the tracks, the memories just don't get old. It's been aging so well, and it's become, in my opinion, the best Mario Kart ever created. Hey, yo, give your boy a like, a sub, and let me know why you think Baby Park sucks. This has been Savi, and this has been The Vibes. Laters.